Do you know that the only thing standing between you and a bank account full of millions of dollars is a lie you keep telling yourself? It is not the economy, it is not your lack of education, and it is certainly not bad luck. It is a setting in your mind that has been programmed to reject abundance the moment it gets too close. You are holding the key to a prison cell that you built, and today we are going to put that key in the lock and turn it. Most people wander through life believing that prosperity is something they must chase, something outside of themselves that requires struggle and sacrifice to obtain. They look at their bank accounts and let the number on that screen dictate their emotional state. If the number is low, they feel low. If the number is high, which it rarely is for long, they feel a temporary high. This is living from the outside in, and it is the precise recipe for remaining exactly where you are for the rest of your life. I want you to really listen to what I'm about to say, because it goes against everything you were taught in school and likely everything you heard at the dinner table growing up. You do not get what you want in life. You get what you are. This is the law of vibration and attraction working in perfect harmony, and it never fails. It works with the precision of gravity. If you jump off a building, you go down. It does not matter if you are a good person or a bad person. Gravity does not care. The law of attraction is the same. It does not care if you are a hard worker. It cares about the vibration you are in. And if your vibration is tuned to the frequency of not deserving, you will repel money faster than you can earn it. Let us look at the concept of deserving. Why do you feel you do not deserve to be wealthy? Deep down, in the treasury of your subconscious mind, there is a program running. We call this a paradigm. A paradigm is a multitude of habits that are fixed in your subconscious mind, and these habits govern all of your behavior. They govern how you use your time, your perception of situations, and critically, your effectiveness. You see, you were born rich. You have deep reservoirs of talent and ability within you. But from the moment you were an infant, you were inundated with ideas that limited you. You heard phrases like money does not grow on trees, or who do you think we are, the Rockefellers? You might have heard that wealthy people are greedy or dishonest. These ideas went straight into your subconscious mind when you had no ability to reject them. You were wide open. Now fast forward 20, 30, or 40 years. You consciously want more money. You want to provide a beautiful life for your family. You want to travel. You want freedom. But your subconscious mind says, no, that is not who we are. And since the subconscious mind controls 95% of your behavior, guess who wins? The paradigm wins every single time. Think about a thermostat in your home. It is set to 70 degrees. If the temperature in the room drops to 65, the thermostat kicks on the heat and brings it back to 70. If the temperature rises to 75, the air conditioning kicks on and brings it back down. Your self-image regarding money works exactly the same way. You have a financial set point. Let us say your set point is earning $50,000 a year. If you suddenly have a great month and earn $10,000 in a few weeks, you will unconsciously find a way to get rid of that extra money. The car will break down. You will make a bad investment. You will lend money to a friend who never pays you back. Why? Because your cybernetic mechanism, your internal thermostat, sensed a deviation from the norm and took immediate action to bring you back to your comfort zone. You do not deserve that extra money according to your program, so you must expel it. Conversely, if you lose your job and your income drops to zero, you will suddenly become incredibly creative. You will hustle, you will find odd jobs, you will do whatever it takes to get back to that $50,000 mark. And then you will stop. You will plateau. This happens to millions of people. They think they are victims of circumstance, but they are actually victims of their own internal setting. I want to pause here for a moment because what we are discussing is vital for your future. We are talking about rewriting the code of your life. If you are finding value in this, if you feel a light bulb turning on in your mind, I would ask you to click the like button and subscribe to this channel right now. It is a small gesture for you, taking less than a second, but it sends a powerful signal that helps this message reach more people who are stuck in the prison of limitation. By subscribing, you are also making a commitment to your own growth, stating to the universe that you are ready for more of this knowledge. Go ahead, click it, and let us continue. Now, how do we change this thermostat? How do we convince a mind that has been programmed for lack for 30 years that it deserves abundance? It is not through logic. You cannot read a book on economics and become rich, otherwise every economics professor would be a multimillionaire, and I know plenty who are broke. The change must be emotional. The subconscious mind is the emotional mind. It responds to feelings, pictures, and repetition. You have to build a new image of yourself. You must cease seeing yourself as the person who struggles to pay bills. Every time you look at a bill and feel that tightness in your chest, that anxiety, you are impressing the idea of lack onto your subconscious. You are literally praying for poverty. You are sending out a vibration of fear, and the universe responds by sending you more things to be afraid of. It is a vicious cycle. To break it, you must start acting and feeling like the person you want to become before the evidence appears. This is where most people falter. They say, "Bob, I will feel wealthy when I have the money." And I tell them, you will never have the money until you feel wealthy. It is a psychological game. Science tells us about the reticular activating system in the brain. It is a filter. It filters out millions of bits of data and only lets in what you are focused on. If you buy a red car, suddenly you see red cars everywhere. They were always there, but you never noticed them because they were not important to you. When you focus on lack, your brain literally filters out opportunities for wealth. You could be standing next to a person who could change your career, or walk past an investment opportunity that could yield millions of dollars, and you will not even see it. Your paradigm blinds you. But when you shift that focus, when you start to believe, truly believe that you deserve prosperity, your reticular activating system opens the gates. You start seeing connections. You get ideas. You feel an impulse to call someone. This is not magic. It is neuroscience and psychology working in tandem with universal laws. Let me give you a concrete example that applies to almost everyone. Think about your relationship with debt. Many people look at their debt as a heavy chain. They hate it. They resent the bank. They resent their past choices. They focus on the debt every single day. What you resist persists. By focusing on the debt, you are emotionally attached to it. You are keeping it alive. I want you to try a different approach. Look at that debt and realize it represents a service or a good you already enjoyed. If it is a credit card bill, be grateful for the dinners, the clothes, or the trips that money provided. Shift the vibration from resentment to gratitude. Then start focusing on your net worth. Create a goal card. I have carried a goal card in my pocket for decades. On that card, write down exactly how much money you want to earn, not how much you think you can earn. There is a huge difference. If you only go for what you think you can do, you will never grow. Go for what you want. Write it in the present tense. I am so happy and grateful now that I am earning $100,000 a month. Read that card every morning and every night. Touch it, feel it. Let the words sink into your emotional mind. There is a phenomenon called cognitive dissonance. This is the mental discomfort experienced by a person who holds two or more contradictory beliefs, ideas, or values. When you start telling yourself you are wealthy while your bank account is empty, you will feel this dissonance. You will feel like a fraud. Your mind will scream at you, saying, "You are lying. Look at the overdue notice on the table." This is the barrier. This is the wall that separates the wealthy from the rest. The wealthy person pushes through that discomfort. They hold the image of wealth despite the current reality. The poor person retreats to the comfort of their old reality because, even though it is painful to be broke, it is familiar. It is safe. The unknown is terrifying to the paradigm. You must be willing to feel uncomfortable. You must be willing to be ridiculed by that little voice in your head. That voice is just the echo of your past limitations dying. Let us talk about the fear of criticism. Many of you are afraid to succeed because you are afraid of what your friends, family, or neighbors will say. You have this unconscious agreement with your social circle to remain at the same level. If you start talking about prosperity, about earning huge sums of money, they will try to pull you back down. They will say, "You are dreaming. You should be realistic." Being realistic is the most commonly traveled road to mediocrity. Why would you want to be realistic when you have infinite potential? You are a spiritual being living in a physical body, and you have been gifted with an intellect that can create anything you desire. There is no limit to what you can earn, just as there is no limit to how much air you can breathe. You do not worry about taking too much breath from your neighbor, do you? You do not think, oh, I better breathe shallowly so there is enough air for everyone else. That would be ridiculous. Yet that is exactly how you think about money. You think it is a finite pie. It is not. Money is an idea. It is energy. It can be created, multiplied, and expanded indefinitely. I want to challenge you. I want to give you a specific task to perform for the next 7 days. This is not difficult physically, but it will be difficult mentally because your paradigm will fight it. For the next 7 days, I want you to carry a $100 bill in your pocket or your purse. Do not spend it. Just carry it. Wrap it around a wad of $1 bills if you have to make it look substantial. Every time you touch it, I want you to remind yourself that you have money. When you walk past a nice restaurant, say to yourself, I could eat there if I wanted to. When you see a nice shirt in a window, say, I could buy that if I chose to. You are not spending the money. You are mentally spending it 1,000 times over. You are training your subconscious mind to feel comfortable with the presence of money. Most people get nervous when they have cash. They feel they have to spend it immediately or hide it. You need to normalize wealth. By doing this exercise, you begin to break the association between money and scarcity. You start to walk differently. You feel a sense of security. That feeling is the magnet. That feeling is the vibration that the universe must match. Let us go deeper into the psychology of self-worth. There is a direct correlation between your self-esteem and your net worth. If you do not love yourself, you will not allow yourself to have good things. You will sabotage your success because you feel you are not worthy of the reward. This often stems from childhood trauma or conditional love. Maybe you were only praised when you got good grades or when you did your chores. You learned that love and reward are things you have to earn through hard labor. So now, as an adult, if money comes easily to you, you reject it. You think, I did not work hard enough for this, so it is not right. This is a fallacy. Money rewards value, not just hard labor. A cleaner works incredibly hard physically but may not earn a lot of money. A strategist might work 1 hour a day and earn millions. Why? Because the value the strategist provides affects more people or solves a bigger problem. You must detach hard labor from income in your mind. You deserve to prosper simply because you are here. You are a unique expression of life. Your prosperity benefits everyone around you. When you have money, you can help people. You can support charities. You can provide jobs. You can take care of your family without stress. Poverty does not help anyone. You cannot help the poor by being one of them. The best thing you can do for the poor is to not be one of them. There was a study done on lottery winners. Statistics show that a massive percentage of lottery winners lose all their money within a few years and end up exactly where they started, or often worse. Why is this? They had the money. The problem was not a lack of resources. The problem was that their internal thermostat was still set to poverty. They felt uncomfortable with millions of dollars. They felt out of place, so they unconsciously made decisions to get rid of the money to return to a state that felt familiar to their self-image. On the other hand, you take a multi-millionaire who loses everything in a market crash. Watch them. In 1 or 2 years, they will have it all back. Why? Because they have a prosperity consciousness. They cannot settle for poverty. Their thermostat is set to millions, and they will automatically do what is required to get back there. You need to become that person on the inside before the money shows up on the outside. Think about the conversations you have with yourself. We all have an internal dialogue going on 24 hours a day. What is yours saying? Is it saying, I can't afford that, or that is too expensive? Every time you say I can't afford it, you are closing your mind. You are shutting down the creative centers of your brain. Instead, I want you to ask, how can I afford it? When you ask a question, you open the mind. You force your brain to search for solutions. Maybe you can start a side business. Maybe you can sell something you no longer need. Maybe you can provide a service. There is always a way. But you will never find it if you slam the door with the statement, I can't. This simple linguistic shift can change the trajectory of your life. It moves you from a victim mentality to a creator mentality. I want to address a common objection I hear all the time. People say, Bob, I have tried the positive thinking stuff. I visualized and nothing happened. And I tell them you cannot just visualize and sit on the couch eating potato chips waiting for a check to slide under the door. That is not how it works. You must act. But the action must be inspired action. When you change your frequency, you will get ideas. You will get an urge to do something. That is the universe nudging you. You must act on those nudges. And often those nudges will be scary. They will require you to step out of your comfort zone. This is the terror barrier. When you move from bondage to freedom, you must pass through the terror barrier. Fear will hit you. Doubt will hit you. Your heart will race. Most people hit that barrier and turn back to safety. They rationalize their fear. They say now is not the right time, or I need to do more research. No, you are just scared. And that is okay. Fear is a sign that you are growing. If your goal does not scare you, it is not big enough. You should be vibrating with a mix of excitement and terror. That is the sweet spot. That is where the magic happens. You must be willing to step into the fog. You cannot see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. The next step will reveal itself only after you have taken the first one. Consider the law of compensation. It states that the amount of money you earn will always be an exact ratio to the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and the difficulty there is in replacing you. Study that. The need for what you do is usually already there, so you must focus on your ability to do it. Become a master at your craft. Become so good that you are difficult to replace. Invest in yourself. Most people spend more money on the maintenance of their car than they do on the maintenance of their mind. They will spend $50 on a dinner that is gone in an hour, but they hesitate to spend $20 on a book that could change their life forever. This is poverty thinking. You are your greatest asset. The best investment you will ever make is in your own understanding. When you raise your level of awareness, your income will follow. You cannot solve a problem with the same level of thinking that created it. If you are broke, your current level of thinking created that reality. You must rise to a higher level of thought to create a new reality. Let us discuss the energy of money itself. Money is just paper with ink on it, or digits on a computer screen. It has no value other than what we give it, but it is a medium of exchange for services rendered. It is solidified energy. If you treat money with disrespect, it will flee from you. If you hoard it out of fear, you stop the flow. Money is like water. It must flow to remain fresh. If you dam up water, it becomes stagnant and toxic. If you hold on to money too tight because you are afraid of losing it, you cut off the circulation. You must be willing to circulate money. Spend it with joy. When you pay a bill, do not do it with anger. Say, thank you for the service this money provided. Bless the money as it leaves your hand, knowing that it will return to you multiplied. This keeps you in a vibration of abundance. It signals to your subconscious that there is plenty more where that came from. Look at nature. Nature is incredibly abundant. There is no waste in nature, but there is lavish abundance. Look at the leaves on a tree, the blades of grass, the stars in the sky. The Creator is not stingy. You are part of that nature. You are God's highest form of creation. Do you think the force that created the entire universe wants you to struggle to pay rent? Absolutely not. That struggle is a man-made creation born of ignorance. Ignorance is the only cause of poverty. Not stupidity, ignorance, not knowing. When you know the truth sets you free. The truth is that you are a powerful creator. The truth is that abundance is your birthright. You just have to tune into it. You have to stop listening to the noise of the world and start listening to the whisper of your own potential. Many of you are holding on to past failures. You tried a business and it failed. You lost money in an investment, and now you have labeled yourself a failure. Failure is an event, not a person. You are not a failure. You just found a way that did not work. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before he invented the light bulb. He did not look at those attempts as failures. He looked at them as education. Every time you stumble, you learn something. You are gaining experience. You are building resilience. Do not let the past dictate your future. Your past does not exist anymore. It is a memory trace in your mind. Your future does not exist yet. The only time you have is now. And in this moment, you can choose a new thought. You can choose a new vibration. You can choose to be wealthy,